Hey, beautiful people. It's me, Kathy, traveling with Charity. I just wanted to come on and tell you my little secret that I'm going through. And it really isn't a secret, at least not to me. It's the sadness that I am going through over and over again. And it is the death of my brother. It's like I can't shake it. I can't freaking shake it, you know? Every day I think of him, and I know tons of people have had their family members die, friends die, and but you know, there's days when I'm just like really sad, and I can fake it really well. Like when I'm around people, I'm like, it's like there's nothing going on, and then I can go back to my RV and just cry, and because I miss him so much. He was my younger brother. And he was someone that I knew very well, and he was someone that I learned about when I went down to California to bury him. I'll tell you a little story. I went down there, and you know, all my family and my nieces, I just gotta give a shout out to my nieces because they just stepped up to the plate. I was too much of a mess to even think about burying him. But I was the one that was responsible for cleaning out his house, and that was the most horrible thing that I ever had to do in my whole entire life. And I never want to do it again. There were times when I would just break down in his apartment. And it was just really tough. So, but I want to tell you a little story about my brother that I didn't know about him. While I was cleaning up his apartment, there were like not tons, but homeless people hanging out like on the side of his apartment. And I thought nothing of it at first. And then the next day I saw it again. And then one day one of them came knocking on the door, and I had just finished doing my screaming and being mad at God and all that stuff. And I flung the door open and I said, "What do you want?" And she just wanted some water. And I was too in my feelings to even think about giving her water or anything. Get the F out of here. He's dead and blah, blah, blah. And as she walks away, she, under her breath, she said, "Harvey would give me food and water." And, you know, I can cry about that now, but I was too angry at that moment, and I slammed the door. And like a day or so later, someone else came, and I'm like, the same thing. You know, get the F out of here. What the hell are you doing? Why are you here? And that one walked away. His neighbor came home, and I said to his neighbor, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with all these homeless people? Why are these homeless people keep coming up here? I don't understand. Why are they knocking on my brother's door? And she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, you didn't know?" And I go, "No, what?" Harvey used to feed them let them take showers and give them a couple dollars once in a while. Did I feel this big? So that's just one of the things that I didn't know about my brother, and he didn't, you know, tell people, or at least his family. I guess he told Angie, because Angie's his neighbor. Angie also said, God, they're like cats and dogs. If you feed them, they'll keep coming back. And and it was so true, because they kept coming back. But I told this story at his funeral. And right after me, this one lady ran up and she said that she wanted to speak on his behalf. And she said to the whole crowd, I'm one of Harvey's homeless friends, and I got 5 years clean now. I don't use drugs anymore because of Harvey. Harvey helped me to get off drugs. It's just amazing how I didn't know that about him. I knew he was an addict, and he died with 7 years clean. I knew that. But in the meantime, he just felt like he had to give back. That the funeral was standing room only. His friends, his addict friends, gave him a memorial on San Francisco beach bonfire. They all had sweatshirts and t-shirts with his face on it. And I just miss him so much. He was my younger brother. He was my love. Ever since we were kids. When things were going on in the house, we would run to each other. Well, my brother didn't run to me because he really didn't understand what was going on, but I ran to him and I was holding him and protecting him, or trying to. But I miss him a lot. I really do. I'll show you some pictures of his memorial at the beach, not the funeral. I won't show you any of those, but I'll show you a picture of his memorial at the beach. It was absolutely wonderful. I couldn't believe all these people that came. I didn't even know any of them. There were like, I don't know, 50, 60, maybe even 100 people. They were all coming and going. And then at the end, there was this beautiful sunset. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was, because I've seen many sunsets, but this sunset that I saw had rays coming out of it. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. And right in the middle, well, on the side, there was a ray that went right down on the sand, and it was like, it was empty. Nobody was sitting there, but a ray was sitting there. A ray was down there, and everybody else was like around just talking and crying and all that stuff. But I thank you so much for listening to me and watching this. And I really don't think that this is for you. I think it's more for me. Oh gosh, I love you all. So silly. Give me a thumbs up. Now that's really silly. Thank you so much for your time. and you have the best life and the best day ever, because you deserve it. Thank you.